Hello everybody, we'll get started here in about 3 more minutes. Welcome to, this is Thursday, right? Yes, welcome to our Thursday episode of our Little Red Riding Hood adventure. Yes, you heard me right. Woohoo, okay. Get some stuff moved so I can see. Okay. That'll work right there, I think. Right now, yes. Woohoo! Alrighty. I actually got on time for a change and not cut it down to the wire. How about that? Isn't that awesome? I think it is. It is for me anyway. Okay. Hope everyone has had a wonderful Wednesday, and this is Thursday, and woohoo! We are going to get started here in just a moment. I'm going to clean my glasses so I can see really well, hopefully. We have a lot to get done on tonight's episode. Tomorrow night, we will be back on here at 6 p.m. on Friday night, which is when we are going to finish up the Little Red Riding Hood doll. We're going to get all the In the Hoop stuff done tonight, and then we'll have to actually do some sewing on the 990 here to create the apron, her hood, and her cape, her garments. Okay, but this is what we're working on right here. And we're doing the Little Red Riding Hood portion. Move this one screen, there we go, right here. Okay, so please feel free to leave something down in the chat window. It's actually 2 minutes to 6, so I'm actually going to get started. I have to put polyfill in the arms and the legs because we'll be attaching those in the hoop tonight. Okay, so, and you're going to come with me. Let's see here. Think I got a big enough bag of polyfill. I've always got polyfill, everybody. Just get out a handful of it. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to go to another camera. Let's see here. We still have a minute to go. We're going to wait. I want to wait before we get started here. Just another minute. Let's see here. There we go. And let's see, is it? It is 6 o'clock. It is time to get started. Woohoo! So this is episode 4 of our Riley Blake Red Riding Hood and Friends doll series. This is all that the doll is completely created in the hoop. This will be our third and final hooping for Little Red Riding Hood. God, I can't talk. I'm going to swap my camera over though, because on the last episode we actually turned the legs, the arms, and the 2 pigtails inside out, and now I have to stuff them. So I'm going to go over here to my other window, my other camera, and we're going to get started. There we go. Okay. And I'm not going to stuff these pigtails. This is felt, so these are going to be fine as is. I'm not stuffing those with fiberfill. But the arms and the legs, yes. Let me move some stuff around here. There's her apron. I got it turned and pressed with the little mushrooms. Aren't those cute? Mm-hmm. And her grandma, we'll make a matching one for her grandma when we make those. Now then, I am going to use, believe it or not, I have one of my new favorite tools. I found this is an invaluable tool for doll making. This is my knee lift for my Bernina, and I'm going to use this blunt metal rod right up here That's what I use to turn these with. I'm also going to use them to help stuff the fiberfill in. So let's get started on this. This should be an adventure. Actually, I'm going to start with my little turning tool here to get some down in there, and then I'll pack it with that other rod. Please feel free to leave some comments. I'll be watching the chat window, and we can chat while I'm doing all this fun stuff. Let's get some of that stuffed on down in there. I'm going to do the legs first. I might want to use something else. That didn't seem to do it as good as I thought it would. Let me try these hemostats here to stuff. There we go. Helps if you kind of push that bulk against the side. You can get it to go on down in there fairly easily. Okay. There we go. I figure this episode will be about an hour and a half long, something like that. Y'all are quiet tonight. So what part of, go ahead and put down in the chat window if you would please, where y'all are located. If you're watching, where are you located? Where are you watching from? I always have to remind myself, not everybody watches this on their computer. Sometimes it's a tablet or a phone. I always have mine on the computer, it seems like. I rarely will watch a YouTube video on my phone. I just like to have a bigger screen when I'm watching something. That's just me, though. Ooh, those work good. Those are, so far, scissors win. I'm pushing the stuffing in the beginning anyway. Okay. Some more of that pushed on down further in there. Hi, Crockett. That's that. I'm happy to run the machine for you, Crockett, anytime. Now, I have canceled my Sunday episode simply because I'm helping someone move and set up a long arm on that day. It's so much better with stuffing in it. Look at that. Woohoo. Okay. I just got to get 2 legs and 2 arms stuffed before I can get the sewing machine running. When I get done tonight, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to cook up some, in the Instapot, I'm going to make some I'm probably going to do about 2 dozen hard-boiled eggs for the fridge. That is the only way I do hard-boiled eggs anymore, is in my Instapot. Just so happens this particular knee lift is just the perfect size for this pattern to use for stuffing and turning. I just have to stuff them, excuse me, and leave a 1/2 inch unstuffed. It's almost done. Almost done on this one. So, has anybody seen any good movies lately? Does anybody still go to the theater? I think I got enough in this one here. Pack it down. There we go. That works for me. Perfect. 1 down, 3 to go. In the hoop stuff tonight's going to have some interesting, because it's going to embroidery the face and some embellishments for her undergarment and stuff like that as well. Okay. We had quite a few people in the shop again today. It is the season now where people are we have got a ton of machines in for service and repair. That's a good thing. But it is that time of the year for the busy Christmas crafting season starts up. Everybody's wanting their machine serviced before they put it through the abuse for the fall. And we service all brands and makes here in our shop. I'm sitting here kind of thinking about the Wizard of Oz and stuffing the Scarecrow. That's what this kind of reminds me of a little bit, doing this. I love movies. Okay. By the way, these are Kai scissors. They're really nice scissors. There we go. Let's get that stuff, see where we're at. That one should be about pretty close. It is, just a little bit more for that. I'll grab me another piece of fluff. A little bit more. legs are done. Woohoo. Now we have the 2 arms. And then we can get started in the hoop. Hi, Bernadette. Oh, you're fine, Bernadette. I'm just stuffing the arms and the legs before we go to the hoop to assemble the doll. That's what we'll get all the in the hoop stuff done tonight. And then tomorrow night we will make all the clothing for Little Red Riding Hood. Her bonnet and her cape and her apron. I'm just a little bit further away from my microphone. That's why. Let me angle it a different way here. Okay. That should be a bit better. I think, Bernadette, that should have brought the level up a bit. Let me do a test here. Hold on. Yellow. That should make it a little bit better. Because right now it's running at its normal level, quite honestly. I had the microphone. I was sitting at further distance than I normally do from the microphone. So I have more room to do this. Okay. Let's see here. This is the piece that was giving me fits the other night because it's got this seam in it. It makes it a little bit more difficult to stuff or to turn because of that. Come on, get down through there. Come on. There we go. It will go through. It went all the way through right there. Okay, let's give that. I had too much in there. I was trying to push, I guess. Let me unpack that. Yes, Bernadette, I've tried many things on this project, and I had to get creative on some of the tools. Because some of these pieces are pretty narrow to stuff or turn. And this knee lift was quite honestly a lifesaver for me. If I ever get it started past that seam, it should be fairly easy to do. It is a rascal. Once again, back to the way this was digitized. This is a little piece right here I would totally redo. And I got something smaller than a chopstick, and it doesn't do any better than this does. If I had to do this, the next one I do, this will be one solid piece of fabric right here. Because that seam is not a good thing. It made it rough to turn, and now it's making it rough to stuff as well. That went through then, the little turner tool did. Yeah, I think I got it started then. Maybe. There we go. Maybe. Once you got something in there to hold that seam open. So seam allowances is what it is, because it's so tiny. About ready just to fill it with pellets. You know, those little, they're made by Polyfill as well, but they're little plastic pellets like bean bags. That's what this is about to get in it, let me tell you. But I will persevere, and it will get in there tonight, one way or another. Had movement then. There we go. Silly seam allowance. Okay. Do 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 do. I am making progress. Woohoo! It might be Bernadette, but I'm bound and determined to get it, to do it this way, just so I can say I win. And it's doing it now. It's getting in there. Just getting past that seam line. Once you get that seam line open, then it goes in pretty easy. Okay. But if, when I make another one of these, whether it's one of the others in the series, yeah, it's going to get pellets in the arms. May even get them in the legs too. So that one's done. Like I said the other night, when when it's difficult to do one of these things, and you know this stuff is not cheap, these designs and stuff to purchase. I don't expect I should have to struggle really hard to get them turned or to get fiber fill down in them. I think that's just, I know that's maybe some people enjoy doing that. That's not my cup of tea for sure. Let's see if that's going to be the same way. That went through easier. This one should do better. Then, let's see, that's what I was looking for, is that purple thing. Stuffing the arm, la da 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 da. Ooh, that's better. Use them hemostats like a big pair of pliers. That made it a whole lot better. There's the trick for these. That certainly made that part easier, was using the hemostat. Which is just a pair of, like, they got little walks in them down here. See those little ridges? You can grab it and it'll lock it in place. And you can put some pressure on it to stuff or do whatever you need to do. almost done. Okay, I'm calling those done. Woohoo, I need a sip of my coffee after all that, everybody. Okay, so there's the pigtails, the legs, and the arms. Those are all ready for attachment in the hoop. And before I go over to the machine, there's one more thing I need to do right over here while I'm here, and I need to put stabilizer in my hoop. Okay. I'm gonna put a cutaway and a tearaway in. That's what the instructions called for on this one. So there is my cutaway. Then I need some tearaway. It says lightweight tearaway. There we go. Just going to layer them in there. There we go. A couple of turns of the old knob. Till you hear that one click, that means it's locked it into place. And there we go. Woohoo. Now then, set this down over here. I'm going to swap out my camera. The next one. Let's see, right there. And flip that right side up. Come on. Come on. There we go. It wanted to stay upside down for a while. And let's see, I'm going to go ahead and attach my hoop. It hasn't told me to yet, so I better not. But there is what we're going to stitch out. So, first I'm going to go to stitch out mode. That's all good. It will tell me, let's get our hoop in. I've got to move this out of the way. This big bag of polyfill. There we go. If I had already attached it, I would have had to taken it off, because that screen tells you what to do every step of the way, everyone. Okay. Woohoo. There's all that. Tear off some of this extra right there. Now then, it is wanting this color in. There are a bunch of little steps to this, so that'll be fun. Move my microphone back to where it needs to be. There we go. Alrighty. And we're just going to get it threaded up And hey, we are ready. First it is going to do a placement stitch first, so let's get that thrown down. There we go. Ooh, and it has, so the first thing here it's done, that is for the head. Check it out. Right up there. Okay, the head is muslin. That's its face. So let's get that piece of fabric over here. Here we go. Okay. And now we'll do a tack down stitch on that. Let me get my step-by-step sheet here so I make sure I'm not skipping anything. That is correct. Okay. Get a sip of my coffee here. And now we have to trim it. So I'm going to take that out of the hoop and go over here to my other camera to do that. Let me swap my camera. Just come right over here. Let's see here. There we go. These are little bitty Kai embroidery scissors with a curved blade. There we go. Ooh. Yeah, that's the head. So we're going to get that back in the frame over here. Back attached to the machine. Got the trimming done. There we go. And now we're going to do a placement stitch because we're going to do a stitch and we're going to add this body fabric right here. Oops, let me get my other camera back on here. There we go. So we're going to do a placement stitch and we're going to stitch it down and flip it down this way. So let's do this placement stitch first. Okay, just set that up there. And that fabric is face down. We're going to stitch it down. Yes, Bernadette, this is the B990. Now we're going to flip this down. It'll do a tack down stitch for this piece of fabric. Here we go. That was the head. This is the body. Woohoo. Moving right along. Yeehaw. Okay. Next. Let's see here. What are we going to do? Oh, we're going to trim that. So we're going to take this out and trim it. Go back to the other camera. Bring it over here to trim. There that is. Let's get that put back in the hoop. I haven't seen the Radiance, Bernadette, so I really don't have no opinion on it. From what little bit I've read about it, there's not that much of a difference, quite honestly, between that and the Solaris, to be perfectly honest. But I shouldn't say that. I haven't seen all the specs on it, I guess. Okay. So next, let's see, what step was that? Just trimmed it. Now we're going to do a placement stitch for a shirt detail. Let's see here. Okay. Yeah, it does have a larger hoop than the Solaris. It has enhanced features from what the Solaris has, but quite honestly, it still doesn't have the largest hoop on the market. It's larger than what anything Baby Lock has had before. But they're all good. Okay. Now then, we're going to do, what are we going to do here? This is going to be a tack down stitch and then I'll trim. Okay. I'm going to do a tack down stitch. That. Go back to the other camera. Well, I was over there, wasn't I? I forgot to put my camera back. Okay. Now then, now it is going to actually do, check this out. See this little detail? Let me get to my other camera. Hold on. There we go. So this is what we just trimmed right here. And now it's going to put this like, it's going to look like a lace up front. Blouse detail is what it's going to look like. Let's go ahead and get that going. You can see what it looks like on the stitch out screen right there. That's what we're doing. I bet it has Bernadette. Oh, Bernadette, you can do on the Altair what I'm doing right now on this as far as that goes. I'm just going to stitch all around those raw edges and get those covered up. Bernadette, I'm not on the schedule for anything like that. Since I'm no longer with Baby Lock, I won't be doing any more Baby Lock stuff as far as that goes. For Sewing Machines Plus or anywhere else. Getting right along, but the face scene around that, check that out. Oh, thank you, Bernadette. You're so kind. Woohoo! So next, we're gonna start changing. There'll be a lot of thread changes now. We're gonna do the eyes and stuff next. All the facial features. Which means a lot of thread changes. Not a whole lot, just a few. Now we're ready for the next step. Doing all the facial features next. Okay, next, let's see here. We're going to swap out our thread color again. There you go. Okay, we'll get that one started. That's a cute detail for the eyes. Look at that. Isn't that cool? I do like that. Yes, check out those nice iris details. Very nice. Okay, now time for another color change, and they'll be working on, it looks like, the eyelashes next. Yes, eyelashes. Eyelashes and the pupils. Okay, now we're going to do some more detail on the eyes. Just going to give the pupils some highlights. Oh, Bernadette, that's all YouTube there. No, live streams can get ads as well. Even if you watch the recorded version, there are ads on that one also. Let's see here. White. White now. You don't miss anything when it shows an ad. It picks up where you left off as far as that goes. Just a little touch for a highlight in the corner of the eye. That's cute. Check it out. Okay, next is the nose. Next is the nose. And we'll take that thread out, do another thread swap. Just a very small detail right there. It's just like a, check it out, it's just a little, oops. You see it right there at the end of my finger. Then it's going to do some little blushy for the cheeks. Okay. Here's what the stitch out screen looks like. Okay. Next are the lips. Woohoo. And I'm going to use red for the lips. She's going to have some Bernina red lips. Okay. We'll get them lips started right there on the screen. Oh, what pretty red lips. Looky there. Okay. Next is going to be a placement stitch for the hair. Okay. So we're just going to get that started. This will be a placement stitch for the hair. There is the placement stitch for the hair. The hair is the black felt. Let's see, right side down. No, right side up on this. There we go. Right there. This will be the tack down stitch for the hair. All right. Then I'm going to have to take it out of the hoop and trim it. And then we'll change our thread color as well. Yes? Yes. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to swap to the other camera. that there. Bring over the hoop. We're going to trim. There's a lot of trimming to do on this one here. Woohoo! I think it'd be nice to do this in wool. All wool fabrics. Be super nice. Yes, it is, Bernadette. This is felt. This is black felt. There we go. It's all trimmed. Woohoo. Check that out. Isn't that cute? Now we're going to put in, it's going to put in some hair details. So I'm going to swap to the same color thread that I did the pigtails with. Let's go back over here. There we go. And we're going to change our thread colors. Thread that needle. And we're going to push start button. let's go back to our other camera. I forgot to do that. Thank goodness. There we go. Okay. Let's see. And check out the detail there in the hair detail. Isn't that cute? Woohoo. Everybody, this will be our last step for tonight. Once we get this hair detail down, then that will have us set up to finish it tomorrow night. Woohoo! one more line of hair detail. And we'll check this out. I'm going to take it out of the hoop for just a moment. Well, I'm going to take the hoop off the machine for just a moment so everyone can get a good look at this. This is what we've got accomplished tonight. Look at that. Then tomorrow night, all we'll have left to do is to attach the arms, the pigtails, the arms, the legs, the back of this, turn it inside out, stuff it, and make the 3 little garments for it, and Little Red will be completely finished. How about that? Isn't that awesome? Okay, hold on just a minute here. We're going to go back to another camera. There we go. Woohoo! So everybody. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Gosh, we got a lot accomplished. This was actually a lot of fun tonight. We actually got to do some serious embroidery on this. It kind of looks like a Russian stacking doll at this point, doesn't it? Pretty cool. So tomorrow night at 6, we're going to finish Little Red Riding Hood. Yay, right? So I'll see y'all tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, and we will continue our Little Red Riding Hood series. Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. Have a wonderful rest of your evening, and I'll see you tomorrow night at 6. Good night, all.